Obsessive Prepper here. Today I am doing video on dehydrating apples. I've had one of my subscribers ask me to do a dehydrated apple video. So this is for 1994 Abby Girl. She had asked if I would show how to do it in a couple different fruits, and then also would ask for some more recipes on using your dehydrated stuff. So I kind of figured what I would do for the year is I would show you a video like I did my potatoes, and then try to show you different recipes of using your food storage and the canning stuff that you have. So I hope you enjoy the video, and this is for you, 1994 Abby Girl. So anyways, this is my handy dandy apple slicer. You can buy them pretty much anywhere. Years ago, the only way that you could find it is like Pampered Chef, places like that. But now pretty much everybody's got one form or another of the apple slicer. This little bar here, this determines the slice of apple you want, and they generally come with two different bars, so you can regulate the different size thicknesses that you want. And so all I'm going to do is, what I've got here is, in this bucket here I've got some water, and then in the water I've got some lemon juice, and the lemon juice is to keep your apples from turning brown. So pour give or take a half a cup. If you've got fresh lemons, go ahead and use those. I don't have a lemon tree. I've got to go rob some from my girlfriend Susie. She has a lemon tree and a grapefruit tree. And Susie, I'm going to be coming and stealing some of your fruits there, so in the next week or so, and then I'll do a couple videos on that. Anyway, so what I've got is I've got some apples, and then I've got my handy dandy, you can't really see it here, but my Excalibur. I love my Excalibur. It's 9 trays and it has the timer. Somebody did ask me a question of what do I use for a dehydrator. That's what I've got, is the Excalibur with the timer built into it. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to get started. Any kind of apple, your Granny Smiths generally, are great for your dehydrating, but you can, I've got some Braeburns here, any kind of apple really. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to spin this. This little thingy here cuts it and peels it. Excuse me, no, it doesn't cut it, but peels your apple. And then as it goes through this little thing here, it cores it, and then it also slices. So I'm going to give you a quick view on that if you've never seen this little guy in action. You gotta love it. Makes making apple pies and different things so much easier. If you don't have one, I'd highly recommend, if you want to do things like this, to purchase it. Well worth the money. And if not, you know the techniques of peeling your apple, coring it. But this is it. This is what it does. It peels your apple completely. So you have a long string of your apple peel. Then also what you do is you push the button here, and then what it does is it completely cores your apple. And then the only thing that's left pretty much is the ends of the apple. So it leaves a little bit of the skin here. So all I do, you can either break it off or cut it, is take it and get rid of it. So then what I will do is open it up a little bit before I put it in the water. That one broke. Put it in the water so that all of that lemon juice, the acidity, can get into the slices so it doesn't start to discolor. So I'm going to go ahead and peel all these apples, and I'll figure you want to watch me do all this. And then when I get ready to put them in the dehydrator, I'll show you what I do as far as cutting them to make them perfect slices. So let me get back with you. Okay, I've got all my apples completely peeled, and it took me, give or take, 15 minutes to do 17 of them. I kind of messed around. I didn't try to do it in a hurry. So just to give you an idea, I mean, it's so much faster to do it with that apple core. Now, the questions are what kind of a dehydrator I have. This is the Excalibur, and what I wanted to do was show you the Excalibur has that fan in the very back half of it. Whoa, sorry about that. Anyways, by having that fan at the back, when it dehydrates, the air goes across the whole, all of the trays, the 9 trays. And so everything in your dehydrator pretty much dehydrates at an even pace. Like on the round ones, when you see those, your motor's at the top, and so the flow goes down. And I always, when I used to use that, I would have to always move my my food around, shift it around, shift the trays to get it to dry evenly. Whereas in the Excalibur, you do not have to do that. And like I said, mine's a 9 tray with the timer. I love my timer. And I'm going to get back over here where I've got my stuff, and then I'm going to head and walk around, and then I'm going to show you what I do with my apples and go from there. Okie dokie. So what I've done is I've got my apples completely peeled, and I've got them soaking in my water here. And then all I do at that point is you can see that they're just rings of apples. And you can see where there is a slice right here and then a slice here. So if you start where the end of your apple is at, and all I'm doing is going down all the way through, it will make a perfect apple ring. So then all you've got to do at that point is take your apples and lay them out on your trays. What I will do, my grandson loves these things. He thinks his ma, that's what my purpose in life is, to make him dehydrated apples. Every time he comes to visit me, I give him a bag of Ziploc baggie full of them. And so what I will do for him, and I started doing just in general, is I'll dehydrate them for an hour or so, let them kind of dry out just a teeny bit, not completely. And then what I will come back through and do is sprinkle cinnamon on top for him. That's the way he likes them. And cinnamon's healthy for you. They're finding out every day that it does more and more for you. So that's a good thing that he likes them. So what I do is I've got my apples laid out. Whoa, making a mess. Okay, so then my apples are laid out, and then all I do is I start stacking them in my dehydrator. And so I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. You get the general idea. Like I said, once they're peeled completely, all you do is you find this one piece that's hanging out. And then at that point, all you're going to do is take your knife and run it straight through. Now you'll have a little piece like this, but overall, everything that you cut be a complete apple ring. And like I said, makes the perfect apple slices. So I'm going to go ahead and get through with this, get my dehydrator loaded, and then I will get back with you. Okay, so we've got our apples in the dehydrator, and pretty much what I'm going to do is 130 degrees in my dehydrator for give or take 5 to 6 hours. You'll know when your apples are done when you go and you bend them and they snap. So 5 to 6 hours. Like I said, I'm going to go back in about an hour from now, and then I'm going to sprinkle my apples with cinnamon. And you can do it in a bowl and one thing or another, but I just found it easier to do it this way. Now I've got 2 remaining trays left. So the 17 apples that I did, medium-sized apples, did 7 trays. So if you want to do 9 trays, 24 apples will be more than sufficient to do your 9 trays. So I will get to cooking, and when they are done, I will bring you back. There you go. All of my pop-top container goes on, pop-top, and it's sealed. If you don't have these are great. Go out and purchase them. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my video.